No, let me just say this, guys. Thank you for clicking onto this video, and I know it's been a while, and I know I haven't been consistent to all you, my subscribers. Just sorry, it's just been too busy. But thank you. I got something special for you in this video. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, and please, if you have, leave a comment. I'd like to know how many people who are watching this video have actually realized this. Like, most black people use the word boy. Pretty boy Carti, ghetto boys. Fire boy. Benna boy. Everything from America to Africa, it's boy, boy, boy. Right? And here's white people's bands: Kings of Leon, Queen, Royal Blood. I never used to know much about this, like spiritual and physical stuff, until COVID. When COVID started, and I'm not saying this happened because of this, but it gave me something to think about. When COVID started, Bill Gates, Melinda Gates, Bill Gates' ex-wife now, had something to say about Africa. Like, she was just worried that they're gonna see dead bodies on the streets and all that stuff, right? And then the Africans, I heard from various channels, Africans, some of them, preachers, politicians, and just people, elders. I'm not a big fan of preachers in Africa, but yeah. And most of them said, we rebuke what she said. We are not going to experience this on this continent. And they rebuked what she says in the spiritual realm. Nothing to do with all that made up witchcraft or voodoo or anything. But they just said something. It's the tongue has power. Someone can intentionally say something. It's all about intention. The intention of something happening in the spiritual world. And if you get defeated there, you get defeated in the physical world. I'm not an expert at this, and I want you to know this has nothing to do with what you guys have been brainwashed to believe about voodoo and witchcraft and all that. To me, that doesn't exist. But I believe we are spiritual beings. And just recently, I've started to think there could even be spiritual warfare. Some of you guys are experts at this, and I'm willing to learn. But that thing, and considering that, when people say that, it wasn't just even just most Africans stood up and said no. They refused and rebuked what she said. And guess what happened? Africa almost, we can say, and we can get away with it, if we say, went unscathed through this COVID pandemic. Yes, we lost people, but compared to other continents, we did extremely well. And remember, we did it without having major health resources. We did it. We didn't even have places that made vaccines, but we survived. Even up to today, in some African countries, there's about 1% of people who got the vaccine. Majority of people didn't get it, and they're still going on about their lives. It's something that taught me a lesson. So why am I bringing up this spiritual stuff and then bringing up and trying to when I'm talking about why black people like to call themselves boys, whereas white people, they don't call themselves boys, especially these entertainers. They have always these big names to themselves. Kings of Leon, your sex is on fire. That's a good song. Come on. Hey? I can't sing. But Kings of Leon, Queen, Royal Blood, different names. You look it up. You look up between rapper names and these rock band names, and you're going to see the difference. Why is that important? Because here's the thing. I don't know where this boy thing came from, but I think it used to be an insult in America because all the black men were called boy, boy, boy. And I'm done with this thing people like to say, oh, we do it because we changed something that was derogatory, and we've made it better. No, you can't. You can't do that. That's why in South Africa, if you call someone kaffa, you go into jail. That's how you stop this crap. Because we've taken the same thing with the N-I-G-G-E-R. You know, we've turned into N-I-G-G-A. But the thing is, it's the same sound, it's the same meaning. Only you think it's cool. But I tell you what, there's one of these racist people out there laughing at you when you call yourselves that. But we try to make it everything like, oh, we're trying to make it cool. Come on, man. There's so many other things we can make cool. We should be saying no to some of these things. And it made me wonder now, why is it that these guys like to call themselves boys, boys, boys? Because here's the thing. Here is the consequence of calling yourself boys. You get ruled by people who call themselves kings because you're just boys. Top boy. This become like hot, whether it's a movie or a rapper, whenever there is boy or Lil baby, you know, top boy is like one of the hottest shows in England on Netflix. Top boy. It's stupid. It's stupid because a boy cannot create a corporation. A boy cannot understand international trade. A boy cannot develop a country. A boy is going to bow down not only to his dad but to his mom and to his king. A boy cannot stand up for himself in most cases. A boy listens to the elders and follows what the elders say. A boy is not something grown-up men should try to emulate. What's wrong with saying ghetto kings? You know, these guys the ghetto boys are now grown up, but they still call themselves ghetto boys, ghetto boys. Come on, man. Come on. This crap needs to change. That's how we get defeated all the time. Because in the spiritual realm, we are cursing ourselves. Truly. We are truly cursing ourselves. And how do we stop that? Let's change the names we give. That's why in Africa, I like most of the names in Africa. You know, he who rules, he who gives power. You know, there's a meaning to your name. You know, Nlanla, the lucky one. On Klankla, I can't pronounce it properly. South African. You know, because there's power to your name. It doesn't matter whether it's an AKA name. You know, look at 50 Cent. he called himself some money. He didn't cost 50 cents, but 50 Cent as a naming word. But hey, and he made money. You know, how many people who called themselves boys have really succeeded? Very few. Even boys to men, they're alright, but they're struggling, still performing. You know, they could have done better. A guy who called himself just his name, Kanye West, is a billionaire. A guy who called himself Jay-Z is a billionaire. You know, the guy who called himself LeBron James is a billionaire. He didn't go out there calling themselves boys. That shit needs to stop. Stop these names of boys, boys, boys. You know, and then when we catch up, hey brother, hey king, that's good. But let's use that even when we come up with these pseudonyms, aka names. Let's use king, because our friends do it, and they're doing as a collective, not just the musicians, as a collective in their race. They're doing so much better than us. It's something we need to wake up to. Your name means a lot, and in the spiritual world, there's something going on there. I'm not a spiritual expert, but like I said, that COVID experience is made me sort of dig deeper into it. And I think words have power. For those who are even Christians, it says that in the Bible, your tongue You know, you have the intent, and that's where witchcraft even comes from. It's not, I don't believe in people doing magic, but sometimes because the tongue has so much power, if someone says they're gonna curse you, and if you're scared and you freak out, they'll curse you. But if you rebuke whatever they tell you, then you'll be all right. All right, guys, please, black people, stop calling yourselves boys. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.